Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am sick as hell.
Aww.
Okay, so the reason I am making this video is because this week has been it for me. Like, I'm just having one of those weeks where I'm just having panic attacks and I'm just getting upset and like little things are big things and everything's affecting me, and I just wanted to make a quick video just kind of ranting, because the main reason I wanted to make this video was just because, you know, I'm going through it this week and I just kind of wanted to put another video up, you know, talking about mental health and, you know, my situation and the whole shebang. If this video isn't upbeat, I'm sorry. I just feel so under the weather and I've got a cold sore here, and it's just one that just left because when I get super stressed, like, my immune system just shuts down and I get cold sores and I get sick, and I've got both of those, so that's great. The main thing I wanted to talk about, and I feel like this is something I've always wanted to kind of be open about in general, was the whole situation with my mum. So I know a lot of people watching this know that my mum has passed away, and it's almost 5 years now since she's gone. She passed away in September, and I feel like a huge part of me kind of wants to talk openly about it, and it's a really weird kind of feeling, because it's like I want to speak openly about it, but I also don't want to say it directly to someone's face. You know, every time I sit down to make videos like these, I get really like breathless or something. Like, I get really stressed out about what I'm gonna say, and like sitting down, I always know what I want to say, and the second I turn the camera on and open my mouth, I'm just like blah. Basically, I just wanted to speak about kind of the effects, stress, and I don't know how to explain this. It's just like, basically what I wanted to talk about was just when you have something on your mind, when there's something sitting there and it's kind of eating away at you, and you know you want to speak about it and you know it's bothering you, but you say nothing, this is what happens. You get sick. I'm sick because my mental health isn't that great right now, and I'm really stressed out and I'm just emotionally drained right now. Basically, I just wanted to upload this video because I feel like for my mental health and for my well-being, this is a good idea. I know a lot of people watch my videos and they're probably like, why is she talking about her mental health to a camera, and why is it like being put up online for other people to see? And honestly, you know, I'm constantly preaching about going to see a therapist or going to counselling or talking to your friends, and I do all of that stuff, and to be honest, this is what is just works for me. I find that like venting on YouTube and I suppose getting a reaction from people, and I know that sounds awful, it's just like it's nice when someone says to you, you're doing really well, or you're so strong, or this helped me. Like, that for me is my therapy. Like, when someone says to me that I've helped them in some way, shape or form because of a video, that's me happy out. Like, that makes me happy, and to be honest, I'll put up a video all the time if I know that at least one person is affected positively from it. Something I wanted to talk about on my channel is something that is just like constantly in the background of every single video, constantly in the background of my everyday life, and it's just eating away at me. And this week I've just kind of had it at this point. I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to put this video up. There was a video I was going to upload a few weeks ago that wasn't exactly what I'm talking about today, but I decided not to upload it because it was a bit too much. And, you know, I have family that watch my videos and some of them wouldn't have known what I was talking about, and I didn't want to upset anybody, so I just decided, you know what, that's not going up. So, making a different one this week, and I want to talk about my mum in this one. By the way, if anyone's watching this and it's upsetting for them, you know, you don't have to watch this video, it's fine. I know a lot of my friends are going to find this a bit upsetting, and that's fine. It is upsetting, it's not a nice thing to talk about, but it's also one of those things that I need to talk about, otherwise I'm just going to blow up. So basically, about a month after my 18th birthday, my mum passed away. She wasn't well mentally. She had a lot of mental health problems. She was depressed, she was lonely, and she had anxiety as well. She had a lot going on, and she was by herself, and she felt like she was by herself, and she got to a stage where she kind of pushed everybody away, including me. This is the reason I'm so like open to talking about mental health, is because I've seen what it did to somebody that I love the most, and they're not around. Sorry. And they're not around anymore, and I just know that if they were still here, I would be having this conversation with them and not by myself in my room. So with that all being said about her being unwell and all the rest, you know, she wasn't getting a lot of help for herself, and I was kind of her counsellor. It was one of those situations where the child turned into the parent and I was looking after her, and I had no issue with that whatsoever. Like, my mum and me were always so close, and She was close to all of my friends, and all of my friends will agree as well. Like, they all absolutely adore the bones off her, and she loved them too. She had problems with alcohol as well, which resulted in most of her depression, just because she was finding a solution to her problems at the bottom of a bottle, and it wasn't good. So a lot of her relationships broke down, and she was unwell for a good few years, and it was just the two of us always. Like, my mum and dad like broke up before I was even born, so it was always just me and her. So, you know, then a month after my 18th birthday, I wasn't home at the time, but I was told that there was a fire in my house, and I was told that my mum didn't make it. And you know, taking in information like that, and you know, you don't, obviously there's never gonna come a day where you think, oh, someone's gonna come up to me and tell me that my parent or my friend, or you never anticipate the day that someone comes up to you and tells you something like that has happened. And you know, it was one thing taking into account that there had been a fire in my own house where I slept, where I hung out with my friends, where I ate my dinner, but it was also like, oh, and the person that made that house a home is also gone. And I don't actually care if I'm getting emotional on camera. I actually don't care. My whole life changed that day, because it wasn't just a case of losing my mum and losing my home. It was also moving and getting put into a new college, into a new course. It was trying to, you know, continue life, like, not as though nothing had happened, but just I had to keep going, otherwise I was going to break down when I stopped. And I'm a really good person at kind of putting things into the back of my mind and going, okay, we'll just move forward from this and I'll worry about it later, blah blah blah. And I think it kind of came a point where I've done that for such a long time now that it's like it affects me a lot, and this week it's definitely affected me a lot. It's affected me so much to the point, and as I said at the start of this video, like, I'm sick. I have a flu, I'm breaking out in cold sores, my sleeping pattern is just all over the place. And you know, it does get to a stage sometimes I'm constantly preaching about mental health, and this is what you do to make you feel yourself feel better, but I feel like sometimes you also have to just roll with it. Like, I feel, like, honestly right now I feel like shit, and I feel sad, and I feel low, and I feel tired and exhausted and overwhelmed. I'm kind of like, okay, this is just how it works. If I didn't react like this, how would I react, you know? Like, we're not robots. We're supposed to kind of feel things. We're meant to feel it sometimes. And like, my mum was my absolute best friend, and she did everything for me. She did everything for my friends. The whole point of this video is just kind of like, if you're feeling it, like, just let yourself kind of roll with it. Like, look for help, speak to somebody as well, but let yourself feel the emotions you're feeling, because that's what makes you human. It makes more sense for you to feel down and upset about something that's upsetting you than to just go, I'm fine, whatever, it's done now. This September it'll be 5 years since my mum passed away, and it doesn't get any easier. In fact, it actually gets harder, because you're going longer without seeing that person, without hearing their voice, without spending time with them. And it's little things about a person like that you miss. You know, my most recent video I put up was going away to New York with Sam, and I think the reason I hadn't uploaded since then was because that really took a lot out of me. Like, I was there, and I know not a lot of people know the backstory, but obviously, okay, so I'll explain this just so people kind of understand now. If you follow me on Instagram, I put up a photo of me sitting on like a rock area in Central Park looking out at a lake, and then you can see the New York skyline. And the caption was basically explaining that I'd buried my mum's ashes there. And I know that probably confused a lot of people who didn't know my mum or don't really know me. They're probably like, okay, that's weird, you're not from New York, you're from Ireland, why are you doing that? So basically, I had wanted to go to New York like practically my whole life, and I had told my mum over and over again, like, this is where I want to go, this is where I want to be, this is like the one spot in the whole entire world I want to go. And she had said to me, when you turn 18 we'll go. So, you know, years went by and we kept talking about it. It was always a thing, we're going to get to New York when you turn 18. And then, of course, you know, a month after my 18th birthday, my mum passed away. So I wasn't going with my mum. But I still went ahead with the trip. I went with one of my friends, and then my granny and one of my uncles actually came along too, and we brought my mum's ashes over and we buried them in that spot, because that spot to me was just perfect, and I knew if she was standing there that day she would have been like, yeah, this is great, I love this. So I feel like after uploading then the New York video, it was just like being back in that area and being back in that spot in Central Park, it just was emotional, like so emotional. And you know, obviously Sam knew everything, so you know, we kind of went to that spot a lot, and we just sit there, and we wouldn't even speak to each other. We would just sit and just take in everything, and just like, if I was emotional, I'd be emotional. And it was nice to be back there after 3 years, because I'd gone there 3 years ago to spread my mum's ashes. So you know, coming up to 5 years now, I'm happy that I went back and got to just sit in that spot, because I do feel really connected to her there, because that was supposed to be our place and it was supposed to be our holiday, and it didn't happen. I mean, in some ways it did, but not the same way as I would have hoped. But yeah, that's why I hadn't really uploaded a video since then. And obviously I had footage that I wanted to upload. You know, I was away in Portugal a few weeks ago as well. Then I was at Longitude. I did take videos at Longitude too, so I might put up a video in a while, but it's just, this is something I really wanted to get off my chest and just sit on the floor of my room and speak to a camera about it. I don't really know if this is helpful to anybody, to be honest. Like, it's kind of just one of those things that I sit in front of my camera and I just word vomit everything. But this is definitely something I wanted to speak about, and already I can feel like a weight is being lifted off my chest. Like, I just feel a bit like more calm. So yeah, this is another video of me ranting as usual. I don't know if this helped anybody. I really hope it did. It definitely made me feel better talking about it openly like this. You know, at the start of the video I felt really emotional. Now I actually feel really calm. So that's good enough for me. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, and yeah, hopefully it won't be this long again until I upload another video. So yeah, thanks for watching.